Yo, what's going on, Science Army? So we are back with our new video on the channel Nature of Science. Welcome back, everyone. So I hope you are all doing fine. Today we are discussing about nanotech, nanoscience, and many more other things. We can discuss about space, we can discuss facts and all. Today we'll mainly focus on nanotech and nanoscience. Okay, and let's start with the video. So first we are going to discuss about earthquakes. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. We need to remember this date. We need to remember this date. September 30, 1993. This date is inscribed in our minds. Very deeply it is. Especially in Indians. Particularly those from the grief-struck area, Maharashtra, will never be able to forget that terrible day. Now let me tell you a story about an earthquake. Very, very major earthquake it was. It was around 2 a.m. when this thing happened. Now let me tell you what happened. It was 2 a.m. and suddenly when all of a sudden, without any warning or anything, the residents of Latur and Osmanabad, remember these two words, Latur and Osmanabad, okay. So what happened here in Latur and Osmanabad, many people were shaken out of their sleep. Within a few seconds, nearly 28,000 of them perished. Thousands were seriously injured, and hundreds lost their homes, and personal belongings and buildings were destroyed very badly. What frightful power had caused the damage? No, not flood or hurricane. It was a bomb, neither. They were struck by an earthquake. Yes, a violent earthquake that measured 6.2 on the Richter scale. This scale, developed by Charles Richter, an American scientist in 1935, 1935, a strength or magnitude of 2.0 or 3.0 indicates a weak, very weak earthquake, while 6.2 means a strong one. The two districts had obviously suffered through a strong earthquake that time. The tremors of the earth quake were also felt as far as Goa, Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and Pondicherry. The energy was released by the quake was very high. And a fun fact, it was equal to 10 atomic bombs of the kind. Okay, do you remember about Nagasaki during the Second World War? Nagasaki. Yeah. So those bombs, those atomic bombs, 10 of that kind basically, were dropped on Nagasaki during the Second World War, right? Those atomic bombs dropped on these districts, later on Osmanabad. So much it means. Beliefs are, let me tell you one fun fact. On January 24, 1556, a major earthquake struck the Shenxi in China, killing over 800,000 people. This ancient, let me show you one picture. Wait a second. Let me open the book first. Where is the page? Yeah, here's the page. One second. This was the that Chinese earthquake detector. What happened in this was, when an earthquake was struck, these dragon mouths used to open as a sign of an earthquake. Whenever it used to be a minor or the smallest one or the biggest one, these used to open, and they used to drop down into the frog's mouth, and through this the earthquake used to be detected, that an earthquake is coming out. Okay, so let me tell you some beliefs of people at that time. Hundreds of years ago, people of all over the world had strange ideas about the earthquake. Some believed that a very large animal or god held the earth in his possession, like it is his belonging. Earth is basically one of his things, and if he moved and coughed or sneezed, there was an earthquake. Like in our ancient time, this used to happen. This was a theory in the ancient times, when there were people in the Stone Age, that the earth is flat, and if we go much further than where we have born, if we go much further onto the any other area, so there the earth will end and we may fall off the cliff, right? So the earth was a platform that rested on the back of big elephants. 8 big elephants, it was believed. 8 big elephants. When one of the elephants was tired, it lowered and shook his head, causing the ground to tremble. Okay, in Celebes Islands in Indonesia, the people thought that the earth was supported by a giant pig. Earthquakes occurred when the pig scratched itself against a palm tree. The ancient Greeks blamed the giant man Atlas, who carried the earth on his back, like on his shoulders, and he used to carry it, and whenever he used to move, the earth would what do we say? Used to move, and the earthquakes used to happen. However, when science advanced, now we all know that this is not basically of Atlas or the giant pigs or the 8 big elephants or whatsoever. Okay, so it happens because of the tectonic plates. There are 2 tectonic plates on the under the earth, and they are always moving consequent to each other, and if any one of them by chance collides like this, then the earthquakes form. Okay, now the island country of Japan is subjective to intense crustal movements and violent earthquakes and volcanic activity. Over 565k earthquakes were recorded in March What was the name? Matsushiro, yes, Matsushiro, Japan. Between August 1965 and December 1966. One particular day, 661 earthquake shocks were felt by the people and 7,000 were recorded by the instruments. Today, the awful disaster of Osmanabad and later, and as a matter of fact, earthquakes in general have a scientific explanation. They could be best understood if we begin by studying the physical composition of the earth, like the tectonic plates. Tectonic plates OP right here. So basically, if we open the earth, imaginary, we cannot do that. If we open the earth like this, we would be able to see its layers. The very center is the core, about 2,500 kilometers in diameter, at a depth of about 2,900 kilometers from the earth's surface, like the crust. Okay, the core is believed to be made of molten iron, melted iron. Okay, sorry, not melted iron, but very warm iron, possibly with a solid center. See, there are two layers we all know of the core: outer core and inner core. We are talking about inner core here. Inner core is totally solid, and the outer core contains molten iron, which is melted pig lava iron. Okay, the solid core is surrounded by a layer of liquid core. Obviously, I told you. Next comes the lower mantle, which in fact is made up of the bulk of the earth between its core and its surface. The mantle in turn is surrounded by a fudge-like air, the lithosphere, which is about 30 kilometers deep. 30 kilometers thick and floats on the atmosphere, which includes the crust, the hard surface on the earth which we live in. The lithosphere can be considered as very thick shell with several cracks. You know those. There are some cracks if you have seen. So that they are basically some cracks which we see. Each area surrounded by crack lines form what is known as a plate, tectonic plate. You know that, tectonic plate. Scientists have given names to these plates. Well, the scientists are now giving the names. Wow. Very good. For example, a large part of India lies on the Indian plate. See, there are tectonic plates. We all know that. I just told you. So the tectonic plates are many. Okay, and one of them is under India. Major part of India lies there and lies just above the plate, which is known as the Indian plate because India is above it. Okay. Much of the United States is situated on the North American plate. Now US is a part of North America, that's why it is known as that North American plate. Okay, there are many other plates such as South American plate, the Pacific plate, and so on. In fact, these plates are not stationary, they move in relation to each other. The study of these plates and their movements that cause earthquakes is known as plate tectonics. We can also call them tectonic plates. So that's it for today's video. See you guys in the next video. Tata for now. See you. Bye bye. Like, share and subscribe. I surely share a worksheet on this topic by tomorrow or day after tomorrow or maybe today only. I'll surely share it. Please do complete it.